Okay, we left off on Tzadi Aleph and Beis. We're having the discussion, Tzadi Aleph and Beis, between Antoninus and Rebbe. Okay, it's 2, 4, 6. 6 lines up before we become wider on Tzadi Aleph and Beis. V'omalei Antoninus l'Rebbe, a Mosa Yitzhara Sholit B'Odom. When does the Yitzhara, the evil inclination, when does it have influence over the person? At what part of his life? May Mosa Yitzhara Sholit B'Odom. Mishas Yitzira or Mishas Yitzio? Is it when the child becomes formed in utero, or when the child is born into existence? When the child comes into the world. Omalei Mishas Yitzira. So Rebbe says to Antoninus, when the child is formed in the womb of its mother. Rashi, what's Yitzira? When there's flesh, there bones, sinews, everything. Omaleim came boit b'meimo v'yotze. Yeah? He says if that's the case, if the Yitzhar is there, the child starts bolting and wants to go out earlier. Because the Yitzhar already wants to see the world. And the woman, this would cause the woman to miscarry. Because the child wants to come out. Ella b'shas yitzia. Therefore, it must be from what? From when the child was born. At the time the child is born, this is when the Yitzhara comes to the child.
But that applies to every child, doesn't it? To every baby.
Every. So what do you do with Yaakov and Esau? It says they bolted. Right? They bolted. Right? She didn't miscarry. But even though she said she was concerned she was going to miscarry. Because there was such agitation. Right? She says either the children aren't going to be born. Lama zeh what did I ask to conceive that the children are not going to be born? Of what? Not premature. The children would die. They would not be born alive. I think Rabbi Yehuda Nossi is saying that, I mean, the women have difficult pregnancies. But the average woman, that's not the case. A woman that doesn't feel that the fetus is trying to leave the womb, right? I mean, there's movement, but not. Boit means that they're bolting to go out. I mean, Yaakov and Esau, that was out of the ordinary. It happens. But every pregnancy, if the Yitzhar is there, every pregnancy should be what Rivka experienced. That should be every single pregnancy, but that's not every pregnancy. So that clearly tells you that the Yitzhar is not there until the child is born. That's what Antoninus is saying to Rebbe. One second. Omar Rebbe dovze lamdeini Antoninus. So again, Antoninus was right and Rebbe was wrong. And he says, this is something Antoninus taught me. That the Yitzhara comes upon the child when the child is born, not in utero. Umikra Messiah, and again, Rebbe quotes a pasuk to support Antoninus' understanding. Shenemar la Pesach chatus rovetz. Where the evil is lurking where? La Pesach. Meaning when the child goes out of the Pesach, that's when the Chatus is there. That's when it's lurking. That means what's the source of all evil? The Yitzhara. So when is the Chatus Rovetz? When is it lurking? At the Pesach, at the opening. Reish Lakish Omar Romig. Reish Lakish is a contradiction of Psukim. Ksiv Bam Iver Upiseach Horo Violedus Yachtov. The pasuk in Yirmiyah. Hini maybe also me'eretz tzofon. I will bring them from the northern lands. The kibatztim yaksei eretz, and I will gather them from the corners of the earth. Bam iver upiseach, among them blind, lame. Horov yoledes yachtov, kol godol yeshuv v'heino. A great congregation will return here. That's one pasuk. Siv oz yidali ka'ayul. They will skip like a ram. Piseach oz yidali ka'ayul. Piseach v'soron l'shon ilaim. Hinifku ba'midbar mayim u'necholim ba'arova. This being at the end of time. So here it says he will gather them in this time in Mashiach, and he will come with all their handicaps. And then it says afterwards, Ozidal ki ayul bisech vitoron loshen ilaim ki nifko midbar. Let's see Rashi. One pasuk seems to be they have the blemishes and the handicaps, and one seems to be not. One second. Shechayin imuman. The first pasuk seems to be that at the time of resurrection, people are resurrected with their handicaps. Meaning that despite the handicaps, they're not going to be there, because it'll be like an ayil that's able to prance. On that he answers, when people are going to be resurrected, they're going to be resurrected with all the handicaps, and instantaneously the healing will take place.
So each baby is born with a major...
No, we're not talking about that. We're talking resurrection. At the end of the person dies, he's an amputee. He dies, he's whatever, he has handicaps. When he's going to be resurrected, he's going to be resurrected immediately with that same handicap, and then instantaneously, it's going to disappear. That's at the time of resurrection. There's nothing with children being born here.
No, but the previous subject,
No.
born with a major handicap.
No. Before we're talking about the Yitzhara. No, this is after coming Mashiach. This is after the coming Mashiach. First resurrection. What if she died pregnant? And then what? Whatever. I don't know if that's a handicap. That's not a handicap. Right? It has no relevance to what you're saying, right? Person doesn't have an arm, is blind. Okay, he's resurrected blind and he sees. He's resurrected as an amputee, then he has the arm, he has whatever limb is missing. Okay. No, but what's the point? Why not be resurrected in full, without the defect, without the blemish? The resurrect with and then. How do we understand it?
It's a two-stage process.
Yeah, I understand, but why?
Yeah, why?
Right? I mean, they're going to be healed, resurrect them immediately.
Well, punishment is a punishment in this person is handicapped.
But the person died already handicapped. He decomposed the handicap. Now he's resurrected, resurrect him whole.
Well, of course, for the person. So the person
But what is...
sees that now he's spiritual. I mean, physical disabilities are a result of spiritual incompetence. So therefore, when you're resurrected now you're spiritually pure, therefore you're physically pure.
Wow. Handicap is definitely a deficiency. Definitely a deficiency. Whatever you want to say it is. I was thinking, it was like an appreciation. When did Hashem create Chava? When he realized he had no mate. Right? Then he created. Then the deep slumber came upon him. He should have created a wife for him immediately. It's only, it says, he came upon all the species. He realized he had no mate. They weren't compatible with him. So, because Hashem wanted him to appreciate the value of having a wife. Despite that, he says, "What imodi?" Right? He was a kofri tova. Even though initially he appreciated that he needed a wife, then afterwards he blames God. He says, "It's your fault. You gave me the wife." So a person has to have a sense of appreciation for what God does for him. Good. Misam. Yeah, therefore what? Has nothing to do with that. No. That has no relevance to this. No, that has no relevance. Moshe originally says, but I have a speech impediment. So Hashem is saying, who gives anybody the ability to speak? So Rashi brings Chazal. When you stood before the court and you fled, right? The executioner became blind and the judge became deaf and he became dumb. And so that's what it's talking about over there. Has no relevance to this. Again. So the wicked should see. Who first of who are these wicked? That he says, and then, when that happens, everything, that's the end of the world. So he's also writing his own commentary. Okay. It's the Russian edition. Okay. Yeah.